Imagine waking up one morning and realizing you don't have a heartbeat, no pulse, no thumping sound in your chest, and yet, you're still alive. Sounds impossible, right? But what if I told you that a man actually lived this way for 555 days without a human heart? This is not science fiction. This is the true story of Craig Lewis, the man who defied biology and proved that a human being can live without a heartbeat. But how did he survive? And what does this mean for the future of medicine? Let's dive into the mind-blowing story of the man who lived without a heart. The diagnosis. A death sentence. Craig Lewis was a 35-year-old man living in Texas. He was full of life, energetic, and had everything going for him. But in 2011, his world came crashing down when he was diagnosed with amyloidosis, a rare and deadly disease. Amyloidosis is a condition where abnormal proteins build up in organs, causing them to fail. In Craig's case, it attacked his heart. His condition worsened rapidly. Doctors tried medications and treatments, but nothing worked. His heart was failing so fast that a traditional heart transplant wasn't an option. His doctors gave him just days to live. For most people, this would have been the end of the road. But for Craig, this was just the beginning of one of the most incredible medical experiments in history. The revolutionary idea, a heart with no beat. World-renowned doctors, Dr. Billy Cohen and Dr. Bud Frazier, had been working on a groundbreaking technology, something that could replace a human heart, not with a transplant, but with a machine. Traditional artificial hearts are designed to mimic the natural heartbeat, using mechanical pumps to push blood through the body. But Dr. Cohen and Dr. Frazier had a different approach. They believed that a human heart doesn't actually need to beat at all. Instead, what if blood could flow continuously, without pulsing? Their revolutionary idea was a continuous flow device, a machine that would circulate blood through the body without the need for a heartbeat. If their theory was correct, it could change medical history forever. But they needed someone willing to try it. Craig Lewis was out of options. He agreed to become the first person in history to live without a heart. The surgery, replacing the human heart with a machinette surgery, was unlike anything ever attempted before. Step by step, the doctors removed Craig's failing heart from his chest. Every beat, every pulse that had kept him alive for 35 years was gone. Then, they replaced it with the artificial device, the turbines that worked together to push blood through his body continuously. No beating, no rhythm, just a steady flow, like water moving through a pipe. The moment of truth arrived. Would Craig's body accept this machine, or would he die on the operating table? Waking up without a heart hours later, Craig woke up. He opened his eyes, looked around, and he was alive. But there was one very strange thing about him. If you placed a stethoscope on his chest, there was no heartbeat. If you checked his pulse, there was none. Craig Lewis was a living, breathing human without a pulse. This defied everything we thought we knew about human life. For centuries, doctors believed that the heartbeat was essential to survival, but Craig was walking proof that it wasn't. Life without a heart, the ultimate experiment. For 555 days, Craig lived with this machine inside him. He could walk, talk, and go about his daily life, all while carrying a machine that kept him alive. But there were some bizarre effects. People thought he was dead because Craig had no pulse. Doctors and nurses who didn't know his condition often panicked when they checked for a heartbeat. He could hear the machine inside him. Instead of the natural sound of a heartbeat, Craig constantly heard the hum of the turbines keeping him alive. He had no heart rate. Since the machine didn't beat, doctors couldn't measure his pulse, making normal medical checkups more complicated. But despite these strange side effects, Craig was fully functional. His case shocked the medical community. It challenged everything we thought we knew about human biology. The end of the experiment. Unfortunately, Craig's journey wasn't without challenges. While his artificial heart worked perfectly, his disease continued to spread, affecting other organs. After 555 days, his condition worsened. His family made the difficult decision to turn off the machine. Craig passed away peacefully, surrounded by loved ones, but his legacy lives on.
The future, could we all live without a heart? Craig Lewis proved that a human can live without a heartbeat. His case changed the future of medicine. Today, scientists are working on even more advanced artificial hearts inspired by the technology that kept Craig alive. These new devices could one day replace heart transplants entirely, saving millions of lives worldwide. Think about it, what if, in the future, we didn't need biological hearts at all? What if everyone had artificial hearts that never aged, never got sick, and never stopped working? Could Craig Lewis be the first step toward a future where humans live forever without a heartbeat? What do you think? Would you trust a machine to replace your heart? Let me know in the comments. Final thoughts: Craig Lewis's story is a reminder of how far science has come and how much further it can go. He was a pioneer, a man who defied death, and a symbol of what's possible when science and courage come together. If you found this story fascinating, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more mind-blowing stories about science, technology, and the mysteries of the universe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.